folks. I just wanted to share something that I learned about today and kind of share the wealth with all kinds of different tech things we can do for distance learning and beyond. I'm going to be talking today about Google Drawings and what you can do with them, specifically drag and drop activities. I've already made a couple of them, and I'm really excited to share what I know. So to start, you actually do not click the Google Apps menu up here and find it in this menu. I spent a long time looking for it here. I could not find it there. So I came over to New, and you get Docs, Sheets, and Slides, at least on the way my Google's set up. But when you go over to More, you can find Google Drawings here. So you can click that for a new one. I already have a new untitled drawing open. And the first thing you want to do is set your canvas size. Now, I already have mine the way I want it, but in order to change the size of the canvas, you go to File, scroll down on the menu here, go to Page Setup, and then you're able to click in the box to change what your size is. It'll always default to standard 4:3 ratio. I set mine to 16:9 because it's a little more widescreen. Obviously, it says it right there, and I just think it gives it a little more space. You can always customize it just like you can in other Google Suite products. So, what my goal here today is to create a word sort for my seventh graders who I'm going to begin to introduce the idea of gender and agreement to them by having them sort masculine and feminine nouns relating to family members. So what I'm going to do is I want a nice background image. I'm probably going to do something simple. I'm going to go to image. I'm going to go search the web. If you already have an image that you want to use in mind, click upload from computer and find it in your files. But for me, I don't really have anything planned. So I'm going to go to search the web. I was looking at a field before. I might just want to look for a sky. Something simple, something easy that I can just drag on there and play with. And there's all kinds of options that pop up when you do this. I'm probably going to pick this one because it is not as overstimulating visually, and it fits in my canvas pretty nicely. I'm noticing there's a little logo here. I'm just going to crop that out by double tapping on the picture, dragging up the blue bracket, so it just crops the little logo out, and it really doesn't change the picture all that much. I'm just going to adjust it a little bit so it fits in my frame, but I am going to leave a little bit of my frame open here on the side to create a word bank. And I'm going to do that by going to Insert, Shape, over to Shapes, make a rectangle, and I'm going to draw a rectangle in this space. It can overlap a little bit. You can change the color by clicking on the fill color, but I think I'm just going to make it a little darker so it kind of has a sky theme to it. So there, I have my side, I have my image. Looks good. So I'm going to actually go ahead and make a title. I'm going to insert a text box, drag a nice big box here. I'm going to change my font. I'm very happy about all the awesome fonts I learned from this Facebook group. So I'm going to be using Slacky today. Gonna bump it up to 24. I want it to be a nice heading. I'll probably change it in a sec. So I'm going to call it Family Vocabulario Word Sort. Yes, I'm going to change this A to being regular case. Family Vocabulario Word Sort. So I'm going to center it. Yeah, I probably want it a little bigger. Probably bump it up to 36. Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a table 2 by 2. And I drag it in the middle here where I want it. Masculine family members. Feminine family members. Gonna make these both to match. Slacky. Highlight them in white. Center it as well. And I'm just going to hit enter a couple times in the second part of the chart to like make a place for the word sort. So I have my table where the words are going to get sorted. And then I'm going to go back to insert, back to shapes. And then I want to pick this little rounded one. You can do whatever shape you want, but for my purposes, I'm going to do this. Go in and make a little rectangle. That's pretty good. Okay. And then I'm going to copy it a couple times. So I went ahead and copied that quickly so you didn't have to watch. But now I have a bunch of tiles that the kids can use to sort the words. Now I have to just go in and fill in the words. So I teach Italian, so I'm going to use nonno, nonna, madre, padre, fratello, sorella, figlio, figlia, and one more. I'll say io for I, because then that can be kind of like a variable. If the student's a boy, they'll put it in masculine. If the student's a girl, they'll put it in feminine. Now, fratello is a little longer of a word, so I'm just going to select this box and I'm going to change the font size until I know it fits. Okay, 13 makes it fit. I just had to change it one size smaller. You can't even really see a difference. So that's basically it. I am going to title this Level 1A Family Word Sort. And then I have this all set. That's basically it. You've created it. Now what I'm going to do, we use Google Classroom in my district. We're a whole Google district. So I'm going to head over to my classes. And I have been, I created my own classroom called Testing Ideas, where I'm just like putting things up, testing them with colleagues. You can see that none of them have joined yet. And kind of in preparation, to make sure they all work in that. So I'm just going to go classwork, create assignment like you normally would any other Google assignment, and add from Google Drive. And it's always auto-selected for recent, is like the first one. And boom, there it is. Add 1A family. So obviously you don't want it to be for students can view file. You want them to all interact with it on their own. So make a copy for each student has to be selected. Maybe if you haven't talked about family vocab in a while, you can go add a link and then you can just, maybe go on another tab. I always refer to a Quizlet set. So this is the Quizlet set I have. It's just one that my colleague made up a couple years ago that I've just been kind of using because it's like all the same words. Why I reinvent the wheel. So I have La Familia. I'm going to take that link, paste it right in, and it'll be a reference material that my students can make. So I'm just going to title it Family Vocab Word Sort. If this was my actual 7th grade class, I would put it in there. Like actual, like really good directions, but for just my example, I'm just gonna say refer to the Quizlet if you need to review family vocab, and then sort the words in the drawing attached. Make sure to turn it in. It doesn't really matter. They don't read the directions anyways. So I like to schedule my posts in advance. Again, this is just my classroom for colleagues, but again, I think this is a really helpful activity. You can do it with word sorts. I've already made up 2 today because I'm just obsessed with this trick, but Italy has 20 regions, and this would be something for you would do in a geography unit. So I kind of actually made this layout like the Italian flag. I think that's pretty cute. So I put my directions over here. I gave a link for some extra reading if it were maybe a part of a travel project or some sort of other unit. You can obviously make it link to something else. I have a blank Italy map with all the regions, and then I have the names of the regions. Students would label the regions with these little tiles. And then this is also going to be for my seventh graders. There's a little family tree. They would have to have knowledge of, the different parts of the family after maybe some direct instruction. And then I labeled the person who I would be. They'd have to label brother, sister, and so on and so forth, all assigned through Google Classroom. So I hope this was helpful. I hope maybe it was inspired you to try doing a Google drawing. I think they're really easy and quick, and that is something that I really like about this is that you can get them to manipulate words in an active way via distance, which I think is something we're all kind of looking for right now. So, thanks for watching.